person I'd ever met. But for some reason, all those years ago, she'd suddenly focused in on me, and the attention had made me uncomfortable. I wasn't into her, and her crush had made me feel weird, uncomfortable in my own skin. I didn't want to hurt her feelings, but shit, she just didn't do it for me. She was too clean-cut, too naive and trusting. Even then, I'd been more attracted to women who were a little harder, a little darker than the girl who still had posters of fairies on her walls at 17. So I began avoiding her as much as I could until she'd brought home a girl wearing red lipstick and covered in tattoos after her first semester in college. I'd ignored the way Kate had watched me with sad eyes as I'd monopolized her friend's time and completely disregarded her hurt feelings. I never liked Kate that way, and I hadn't seen anything wrong with going after her new friend. I'd ended up married to her roommate, and from then on I'd acted like Kate and I had never been friends. It was easier that way. "Come on, baby," Rachel called, pulling me into the darkened coffee house. "I see a table and my feet are killing me." Why the fuck did she insist on wearing those damn shoes? "Can I get you anything to drink?" a small waitress asked us. Like, really small. She was barely taller than the bistro table we were sitting at. "Can I get a green tea, please?" Rachel asked. "Sure. The green we've got is incredible. When are you due?" "Not for a while." "Well, congratulations." "Black coffee," I ordered when the friendly waitress finally looked my way. Her smile fell, and I realized my words had come out shorter than I'd intended. "Sure thing," she chirped with a tight smile before walking away. "Seriously, Shane?" Rachel growled in annoyance. "What?" I knew exactly what. I'd been a jackass, but I wasn't about to explain that the crowded coffee house was making me sweat. People were laughing loudly, jostling and bumping into each other around the room, and I couldn't see the exits from where we sat. "Hey, San Diego," a familiar voice called out over the speakers. "How you guys doing tonight?" The room filled with cheers, and Rachel's face lit up as she looked past me toward the stage. "Aren't you sweet?" Kate rasped with a short chuckle. "I dig you guys, too." The crowd grew even louder, and my shoulders tightened in response. "There's a coffee can being passed around. Who's got it?" She paused. "Okay, Lola's got it now back there in the purple shirt with the mohawk. When you get it, add a couple of dollars if you can, and pass it on." The crowd clapped, and Kate chuckled again over the sound system. "I'd better get started before you guys riot." I still hadn't turned to look at her. Frankly, I didn't want to embarrass her if she sucked. The clear notes of a single guitar came through the speakers, and I froze as the entire room went silent. Completely silent. Even the baristas behind the counter stopped what they were doing to watch the stage as Kate began to sing. Holy shit. My head whipped around, and I felt like I'd taken a cheap shot to the chest. Her voice was raspy and full-bodied, and she was cradling her guitar like a baby that she'd held every day of her entire life. She was completely comfortable up there, tapping her foot and smiling at different people in the crowd as they began to sing along with her. It was incredible. She was incredible. I couldn't look away. This wasn't some silly idea she'd had on the spur of the moment. She knew exactly what she was doing. And these kids knew her. They freaking loved her. And she looked gorgeous. Shit. Her hair was rolled up on the sides in something Rachel had attempted a few times. I think they were called victory rolls. I'm pretty sure that's what Rach had called them when she couldn't figure them out. Her skin was smooth, and she wore deep pink lipstick that made her teeth bright white under the spotlight. She was wearing a t-shirt that hung off her shoulder, and ripped jeans that were so tight I wasn't even sure how she'd managed to sit down. I blinked slowly, and she was still there. "I tried to tell you she was good," Rachel said smugly from my side. "Did she write that song?" I asked, turning to look at my wife. "Babe, seriously? It's a Taylor Swift song." "Oh. This one's a Kenny Chesney song." "I know this one," I murmured, looking back toward the stage. "Does she only sing country?" "Hell no. It's mostly other stuff, but it's usually got a theme. Tonight is obviously about kids. Teenagers, since the donations are going to some Stop Bullying charity." I nodded, but my eyes were on the stage again as Kate danced a little in her seat, tapping out the beat of the new song on the front of her guitar. Had Kate been bullied?